Hey guys, Johnny here. So I recently got the opportunity to talk with Brian Brushwood about his new show, Hacking the System. Here's the full interview minus some ums and uhs on my part. Enjoy. I'm here with Brian Brushwood. He is a YouTube personality, very popular online with Night Attack and Scam School and various other live shows. So Brian, for some of those who don't know, what is Hacking the System, this new TV show that you have coming?
Oh man, it's sort of the ultimate compilation. It takes everything I've done before and mashes it up into a TV show. You know, on Night Attack, where we do comedy and shenanigans. On Scam School, we teach you how to win free beers at the bar by doing magic and trickery. And I've always been interested in, dispelling pseudoscience and the paranormal and exposing scams. And Hacking the System kind of gets a chance to pull the veil back on all of that stuff. It's a super high intensity, fast paced, learning all of these ways to pull off life hacks and get ahead. Everything from how to talk your way out of a speeding ticket to how criminals break into your house.
Awesome. That's really cool. And what specifically inspired you to make Hacking the System? Was it just everything that you've done, it just made sense, or was it sort of a tough thing to sort of come up with?
Well, TV projects evolve over time. And when we originally pitched Hacking the System, I sat down and I thought, okay, Scam School is great, but it's sort of limited in scope insofar as, it's always at the bar. It's clever tricks and you do get to be the life of the party. But there's sort of an upper limit. We've done some kind of dangerous stuff, but I thought, what would Scam School look like times a million, with explosions and burning down houses and so I came up with this idea that I worked out with Jason Murphy, where we're like, what would it look like if you needed to vanish off the grid? Like whatever it is you did, you have to disappear. And we talked about, how you steal someone's identity. We talked about, how you would use thermite to just melt down all of your hard drives and how you could make thermite using an Etch-a-Sketch, with the aluminum powder in there and, some old rust from an SOS pad. And we put together this pitch that broke it all down. And there was a production company, Ping Pong Productions, was very interested. They came out. We recorded a 5-minute kind of what they call a sizzle reel. And it was just wildly irresponsible and dangerous. And looking back on it, there was no chance that this show would go on actual television because they are far more liability conscious than most people on the internet. Yeah. And yet they did a round of pitching and they had interest from everyone from, 13 different networks. They said they wanted to follow up on it. And one by one, they're like, well, we would want it to be this, or we're more looking in this place. And it came down to like 2 or 3. And we were like, it's got to be Nat Geo. They've got the credibility, they got the background, and the show evolved and a lot of back and forth because we suggested a bunch of clever hacks, and some of them, you could get away with on television. Some of them you absolutely can't. Some of them you can present as a warning about what scam artists do, and then others you can show that they work, but not necessarily show how they work. Although a lot of that stuff you could just find online anyway.
Yeah. Wow, that's really cool to sort of see the evolution of that. I know there's a lot of really cool stuff on the show. I was curious as to if you had known a lot of that before, or if there was a lot of, research and development going through the process.
Yeah, well, things accelerated quickly. Once they say, yes, we would like, at first it was 2 full episodes, and that was a little bit manageable because Jason and I had this giant kind of back catalog of ideas, and we just sort of sent them over, and they're like, yeah, we like this, don't like that, whatever. And doing 2 episodes, the specials earlier this year, or last year, is fairly straightforward. But then they come back and they say, we want 10 episodes. And very quickly, it became a team-based effort, and everybody, we had fantastic writers and researchers, and everybody got on it, and it was moving so fast and so furious, and I'm doing my best just to keep up. It's probably not a surprise that there were days where I woke up not knowing which hack we were going to do and not knowing if it'll work. So when you watch the show, you'll see genuine delight and surprise on my face as, for example, there's one moment where there are some hotel safes that have a reset button inside so that you can reset the code. And the problem is they also have holes in the back that you could take a wooden dowel and slide it in there. And if you just sort of monkey around, you could hit that reset button and it just pops open. So when you see, as a matter of fact, if you see the ad, you'll see the safe pop open and you'll see my face just light up. That was one of the times where they said, okay, here's the hack. Here's how it works. And I was like, man, can I do this? I don't know. And the first try, I just blopped it in there and it just goes donk and then opened right up.
Wow, that's great. It's just crazy because I've watched you on, YouTube or whatever for like maybe a year, and then it's like, whoa, he has a TV show now. It's really cool to sort of see. It seems like YouTube is taking over the world. Well,
what's funny is I mean, it started well before, like, let's say, Scam School really only burst on the YouTube scene in the last 2 years. Before that, we had like 4 years of stuff we would release and get maybe, 7,000 views on an episode. But then around the time of the Scam School book, I really started catering to the YouTube community, answering all of the comments, engaging with people, sort of, building up this culture of we're all on the same team here. And things really have accelerated quickly since then. But here's the crazy part. Around that same time, it was 2 months, I guess it was, 2012? Yeah, around 2012 was when I started really focusing on the YouTube community. 2012 was when I also had the original pitch idea for what we originally were going to call the secret knowledge of Brian Brushwood. And so understand that before you even discovered Scam School, before Scam School really had the snowball effect and started getting big, I was already pitching TV stuff because it just takes forever to do TV projects.
Yeah, definitely. Where can people see this show? Where can we all check it out at home?
Yeah, Monday nights on Nat Geo channel. It's usually on twice in a night. They'll run it and then run it again. I think they do reruns on Friday nights. You can also buy it on iTunes, Google Play, and the Xbox Video Store. And of course, if you want to, just check me out right now, head on over to youtube.com/scamschool. I think we're tonight as we talk, we're releasing what I can legitimately say is the single hardest riddle I've ever been presented with on Scam School, and I defy anyone at home to get it. There are 3 riddles in the episode, and I believe people will get, 1 or 2 of the first ones. I don't think anyone's going to get the last one.
Wow, that's really cool. I'll definitely be checking that out, and I'll let you know if I can solve it.
Sweet, man. Well, hey, I'm going to run off to this other interview, but thanks so much for giving me your time.
Yeah, thank you a ton. This is a great opportunity. Appreciate it.
All right, take care.
All right, see ya.